Good evening, star pupils. I'm your host, friend, and life coach, Mrs.Divine Awakening. So I've completed my 60-day detox, full body detox by Yada. It's finished. It's actually 6 days after the fact. So I finished on Sunday, and I'm recording now because my period came back, and I wanted to let you guys know how that went because we do have a third period in here. So before we talk about that, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have joined me on my journey. It's been a long journey for me, maybe not that long for you guys, but it's a gruesome process. It's something that takes up a lot of space in your head. The days are drawn out for me. So I really do thank you guys for joining me on my journey, and I hope that you do a journey of your own or do something on your own to challenge yourself to do better than what you were doing before. Do something different. So during the last 15 days of the challenge, I've noticed that my seasonal allergies that I normally get, they're not existent. I haven't had any seasonal allergies. I've also noticed that I have what you would call spidey senses, or just like super senses. For example, before I ever did the detox, I saw a baby about to fall down the stairs. And when I saw it, I tried to run and get to her, but it was too late. She already fell down the stairs. But I felt like, you know, when you play something back in your head, I felt like I could have did something. I felt like I took too long to react. However, the last 15 days of the detox, there have been numerous occasions where I've reacted so quick, it was like I didn't even think about it. And actually, my nephew, he's the one who's doing the videotapes for me. He's the one who's recording, so shout out to my nephew. But he told me, we were at a birthday party, and there was a TV, and it was about to fall on the kids. There was a baby playing by the TV, somebody hit the ball, and the TV was about to fall. And next thing I know, I was there, caught the TV before it even hit the baby, caught the TV before it crashed on the floor, caught the TV before anybody noticed anything happened. And the only thing that notified anyone else that there was an event that had occurred was people's reactions, like, wow, she was fast, she got there fast. And my nephew said she got them spidey senses from the detox. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, I didn't notice that. So I reacted so quick where it wasn't anything I had to think about. It was just a boom, I was there. And even though I was drinking from a cup and I was in the kitchen, and my son was going to the kitchen to put a cup up, and the cup was about to fall because he didn't put it on the counter all the way. And I was already there catching it midair. So when I was like, wow, yeah, I got those spidey senses, I'm just reacting. It's no time to sit and think. It's just, I see it and I'm there before it happens. My intuition is up. So I think that's really cool. That's something I kind of want to keep around because I felt really bad when the baby fell down the stairs. And if I can go back and do it again and knew that my senses were keen to react like that, the baby wouldn't have fell down the stairs. Not my baby, but it wouldn't have fell down the stairs. I also noticed that my energy level is up. And when I say energy level, I don't mean like if I'm tired or not. What I mean is the thoughts that are coming through to my head. My energy level is more positive, so it's up in that way. It's more positive because my thoughts are more positive. And I'm saying this because it's been a couple of events that have happened where other people in the room, there was a bunch of naysayers, a bunch of negative thinking, a bunch of like realistically, be realistic. If you're realistic, then this will never happen, that won't happen. And this was done in situations where you're crossing your fingers, you're hoping to get the best results, but there's just so many people around you who are hoping for the best results but really don't see it happening. And me, I was that one person who was like, no, I know what's going to happen. It's going to happen like this. And I know one thing, I'm going to walk out with this or walk out with that. And guess what? It happened exactly how I was thinking. Now, there may have been 3 or 4 other people in the room who were thinking negatively or having the negative thoughts, but my thoughts were more overpowering because vibrating at a higher rate because of the food I was eating, because of the detox. And then another thing that happened from the detox, I was grocery shopping. And when I was grocery shopping, this guy, he was an older Caucasian male, he stopped me and he's, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. Well, what he said is, I really want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, sure. He said, have you seen the movie Ghost? I said, no, never heard of that movie. Anyone who knows me knows I don't know anything about movies. I may have seen the movie, but I don't know the name of it. I don't know who the actor was, who the actress was. I just saw a movie. But no, I never saw the movie Ghost. So when he asked me about it, I said, no, never saw that movie. He said, oh, well, I had a near-death experience at one point in my life. And ever since then, I've been able to see things around people. A lot of times people don't believe me, but I'm really able to see things. And I just wanted to let you know that what I see around you, I can't put into words. It's incredible. he said, "I just want to say, God bless you. God bless you, ma'am. The things around you are incredible." And I said, "Thank you." And he was like, "Yeah, go check out that movie. Maybe you'll know more about what I'm talking about when you check out that movie." So I'm like, "Okay." And I told him to have a good day and everything. And then he just kept saying, "God bless you. God bless you." So I didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. Because when you hear, "Did you see the movie Ghost?" You're like, "Whoa, what's around me?" But then I did go back and I watched the movie. And I get it. So I watched the movie and he said he can see things. And I believe he probably can. And he was catching good vibes off of it. So that made me feel special. Okay, and then just me doing the spiritual detox, it makes you look within yourself. So it's look within yourself to the point where you want to figure out everything there is to figure out about yourself, including who you are. And if you know me, you know that people who know me know that I don't know who my father is. And so that was something for me to have to deal with all of my life, where I felt like I didn't know a part of me because I don't know who my father is. But during this detox, I've actually taken an ancestry DNA report. So even if I don't know who my father is, that's fine. I can know who I am. And that's what it was all about anyway. It's not about knowing who my father is. It's about knowing who I am, the other part of me, the other side that I come from, because I just know my maternal side. And so I got my ancestry report back, and I know so much more about me and who I am, as far as even what part of Africa my family comes from, what part of Europe, Asia, all that. I got all that back, and I feel like I know myself so much better. And that's a result of me wanting to get closer to me spiritually, to find out who the true me really is. Okay, and I did say that I only postponed this video because my period came back. So we're going to talk about now my period and then everything that happened the last 6 days after my detox. So my period came the very last day of the detox. And that kind of sucks because I wasn't going to hold off on going back to eating regular food because my period came back. I really wanted you guys to see if the detox was going to change the last period or not, but it was kind of affected because I did eat my victory meal. So my victory meal, I had fish and fries. I could not wait to have some fish. Fish was the one thing I thought about constantly. Every single day was fish. So I had fish and fries, and I feel like that could have definitely affected the results of this last period. So for the last period, it started off light. And this was the first day, this was the last day of the detox. And then the day after, which would have been day 2 of the period, is when I ate my victory meal. And so that was not only including meat, well, some type of meat because it was fish, it was also including potatoes. So even though it's a vegetable, it's not a good vegetable. It's very starchy. So the detoxing came to a complete end. The toxins were coming back into my body. After doing that, I don't know if this had an effect on the period or not, because my period lasted 5 days. So the last time I had my period, it lasted 3 days, and it just completely just shut off. This one was more like it started off light, but then it came more like an old period. I don't know if it's because the toxins were coming back in or if that's just the way it was going to go, because I can't say. I did reintroduce back the toxins or the regular diet or regular eating habit. So I'm not sure. But what I have noticed is, like I said before in the last video, is that, what you eat has an effect on how your day will go. So I've started noticing a lot of things just by me reintroducing my old diet back into the mix, is that I'm starting to pick up on a lot of things quicker, like things that don't resonate with me, things that I feel like, okay, I wasn't dealing with this, before when I was doing the detox. And when they say food holds karma, I really feel like that's true, because I feel like I'm noticing karma way quicker than I was before, where it puts you in a place where you have to kind of decide if you want to go back to eating more pure foods like the detox requires, because you see the difference it makes in your life quicker than if you didn't eat those types of foods. And another thing I noticed after the detox was over, during the 6 days of going into reintroducing my old eating habits back, is that I'm thinking in a way where I feel like I wasn't thinking in the last 60 days. So what I mean by that is that the last 60 days of the detox, I was so focused on my energy, my thoughts were focusing on eating the right stuff, eating what was according to the detox menu, eating, the fresh fruits and vegetables, and trying to curve my thoughts. So even if I was craving fish or I was craving sweets, I was craving something else, my thoughts were just consumed about food. And after I'm finally able to eat what I want to eat, I realize how much desires and cravings cloud your mind. And I realized that because I was so focused on doing the right thing, I was fighting those desires and those cravings. In reality, had I not done the detox, those desires and cravings would have still been that strong, but they would have been in the back of my subconscious mind. I would not have been thinking about it at all, where I would have just been reacting to these desires and not having a conscious connection to, why am I eating this? Why am I doing this? Do I really want this? Do I really need this? So these last couple of days have shown me that not only do I think about these things or have these desires, I have to, now when I'm thinking clearer, everything I'm gonna eat, I have to think about it. And if I don't, then I'm gonna think about it later when that karma hits, or when you have a stomach ache, or when you're starting to get sick. I actually had my first asthma attack since the 60-day journey yesterday. So that was day 5 of eating back to my old habit. And I had my first asthma attack, and when I say it came strong. It wasn't wheezing, working its way up. It came back. I had to go get my nebulizer because I had to. There was no other way around it. And so that made me realize that, I went ahead and, ended my detox with my victory dinner, got the snacks I wanted to have or that I was thinking about. But it's about that time for me to go ahead and change it back up. I'm going to either have to go vegan or I'm going to have to be a stricter, I'm going to do something different. I don't want to categorize myself in a box, because even after the detox, I realized things during the detox. Like I said, even though if you're not killing animals, you are killing plants. Plants are just as alive as plants and fruits, just as alive as animals are. And that really changed the way I was thinking, because the whole reason why I was going to be a vegetarian anyway is because I'm not killing anything. I may have the byproducts of the meat or of the animal, but I'm not killing anything. Dead carcasses aren't going into my body outside of fish, but people look at fish different. But anyway, me realizing I was still killing something completely changed the ball game for me, which is why I did eat fish after my victory meal. I was going to completely get rid of fish. That's what I was going to do. But I didn't completely get rid of it because I realized that you are still killing something. And so I don't know if I can be categorized as I'm going to be a vegan. I don't know if I'm going to be categorized as I'm vegetarian. I don't know if I'm going to be categorized as, it's pescatarian because you're eating fish. I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, but I'm going to do it according to the types of things I'm okay with allowing in my life. And so right now, I got so used to not being bothered by my asthma to even pushing myself by going toward things or being around animals that normally do trigger my asthma and being like, I'm not affected now, But I don't have that luxury anymore because I went back to eating my old eating habits where it's going to affect me now. So I have to think, is this what I want to do? So right now I'm going to just do me. And by that I mean, I think I'm going to go back ahead and reverse back to eating vegan style, just because I'm going to do another detox with my family. We're going to do it together, but we're going to do it in a less strict way. We're not going to do the alkaline way. We're going to just do raw fruits and vegetables and see how that goes, because I know what it's like the alkaline way, and just to compare the two. We'll do that about 30 to 60 days. We'll see. And then from that point on, I think it's going to be more vegan for me. And if I am going to do fish or anything like that, it's going to be very, very rarely, because I see right away what it does, and it's not something I really want to deal with. But that's it. That's all I have on my journey. Thank you so much for coming on me with my journey. And I hope that you guys challenge yourself to do something too. Challenge yourself to be better and greater, and do that thing you never thought you could do. See how you feel afterwards. Good night, star pupils.